Hello, internal control, SOX, CSOX managers, controllers, or anyone who runs internal controls in your organization. Across the business landscape, I see organizations putting a huge focus on how they can do more with the people and resources they have already. Well, the good news, it's possible. With the right thinking and techniques, you can stretch your internal control budgets further while getting the same, if not more, value out of your programs. Hi, my name is Adrienne Belhumer. I am the owner of Risk Oversight, a consulting firm that specializes in internal control programs, including SOX, CSOX, and ICFR. Over the past 15 years, I've worked with clients of all sizes and many industries to develop and run internal control programs that are lean, common sense, and fit for purpose. In this video, I want to share 4 of my favorite ways to approach your internal control program, specifically in lean times. Number 1, pay the right amount for the right talent. Be smart about your people and your staffing budgets. As per the adage, you get what you pay for, I do not believe or recommend hiring cheap people, but you can be thoughtful and reasonable in assessing the resources you need and how you want to hire or contract them. I am a big believer in paying well for people who can challenge and improve the design of your processes, systems, and controls, and provide your organization with high-value recommendations. But you don't need to spend $300 an hour to tick and tie invoices. Number 2, treat internal control programs like the 800-meter dash and not the ultra marathon. A common resourcing mistake I see in internal control programs is hiring people full-time all year, especially for smaller or mid-sized companies. Think of internal control projects as more like the 800-meter dash and less like the ultramarathon. Bring in people when you need them and plan an intense sprint to get what you need done during a concentrated period of the year. Audit and internal control fatigue are real issues nowadays. Increasing regulatory demands, ESG, and then the pressures to cut costs are only exacerbating the issue. You will burn out your stakeholders if you're bugging them all year long. Number 3, revisit the reperformance standard. The reperformance standard is the de facto standard for internal control programs and the audit profession. If you're rusty on the definition, let's revisit it. Reperformance standard means a user can use a standalone document or system to reperform the related task or process. Reperformance means, in practice, your reviewer has enough detail to understand what you did. This means you can retrace the underlying transactions, the work performed, the analysis you did, and the conclusions that were drawn. But the standard doesn't mean 20-page walkthroughs, scans of every supporting document, recording every detail related to a transaction. And yes, I have seen these interpretations. Misunderstanding the essence of reperformance leads to time and resources going into the overkill zone. And finally, number 4, tame your templates or avoid template hell, as I call it. One of the biggest and often hidden time sucks in internal control programs is unwieldy templates. Our firm has inherited testing templates from other programs that are elaborate, even gorgeous, but documentation isn't cheap. Watch out for overly cumbersome templates and allow some flexibility where relevant. Team members shouldn't need to fill out every detail in every case. Let your internal control team use their creativity, professional judgment, and common sense. There you go. You have the 4 ways that your internal control program can do more with less, specifically in lean times. To recap, they are: number 1, pay the right amount for the right talent. Number 2, treat internal controls like the 800-meter dash, not the ultramarathon. Number 3, revisit the reperformance standard. And number 4, tame your templates or avoid template hell. If you have any questions or if there's anything we can do to help you with your internal control program, I'd love to speak with you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Adrienne Belhumer, and remember, happy documenting.